Hello everyone, you are watching Sahab Academy. If you like our videos, then please subscribe to our channel and also hit the bell icon for the regular updates, and also follow us on Instagram, Sahab Academy. Now let's go to the video.
Hi everyone, this is the third video of underwriting chapter, and in the previous video we have seen the concept of underwriting as well as we have solved a simple problem of underwriting. Now in this video we are going to solve another problem which would be based upon firm underwriting. But before solving a problem of firm underwriting, we got to know the concept of firm underwriting. So to understand the concept of firm underwriting, let's take this simple example to understand. Let's start. See, normally what happens in underwriting contract? Normally in underwriting contracts, there are two parties, a company and the underwriters. Now in this example, there is this company here. Let's call this company PQR, okay? PQR company, and there are underwriters A, B and C. Now this company is issuing 60,000 shares. How much? 60,000, and this whole issue is underwritten by these three underwriters A, B and C equally, okay? 20,000, 20,000, 20,000. So A said he is going to bring public subscription of 20,000 shares, and if he doesn't bring, he gives the guarantee to the company that he is going to bring the public subscription, and if he fails, let's say he brings only 18,000. How much? 18,000. Then he couldn't bring 2,000 shares, right? He couldn't bring the public to subscribe to these 2,000 shares. Then what will happen? Then he will have to take up or subscribe to these shares, right? From his own money. This A will have to purchase this underwriter. That's what happens in underwriting contract. They give the guarantee to the company of public subscription, and if the public doesn't subscribe, then they take the responsibility of these shares, okay? Responsibility is taken by the underwriter. This is what normally happens in the underwriting contract. Now this is the normal contract, but here we are talking about the firm underwriting, right? Firm underwriting. Now what is the meaning of firm underwriting? See, firm underwriting means these underwriters, they give what? They give definite, okay, definite commitment. What? Definite commitment to the company that they are going to take up the shares, irrespective of public subscription. Irrespective of what? Irrespective of, I'll write it over here, irrespective of public subscription, PS, okay? Irrespective of public subscription. Now here, see, here the A, he said if the public doesn't subscribe, he is going to take up or subscribe the shares, right? Here the public didn't subscribe, right, to these 2,000 shares, so he had to take up these shares. But here in firm underwriting, what is happening? Here they are giving the definite commitment at the beginning itself, okay? At the beginning itself, that they are going to take up the shares irrespective of public subscription, okay? This is the simple meaning of firm underwriting. Now practically, see, now A, B and C, they have taken up the responsibility of 20,000, 20,000, 20,000, okay? Now here what they will say in the beginning itself, see, PQR company, I am very much interested in the prospects of your company and I want to subscribe to 1,000 shares of your company for myself. For what? This is very important, okay? For myself, for the underwriters itself, okay? For myself. So B also says the same thing. He says I'm going to take up 2,000 shares, and C says I'm going to take 3,000 shares. Simple. So this is what is meant by firm underwriting, that they give definite commitment to the company that they are going to take up the shares irrespective of public subscription. Whether the public subscribes or not, it doesn't matter, they are going to subscribe to these shares, okay? This is what is meant by firm underwriting, okay? Simple meaning, okay? So here firm underwriting means a definite commitment given by the underwriters to the company that they are going to take up the shares irrespective of public subscription. So now what will happen? For example, let's say here, now the shares were received, and let's say the marked applications of A were, let's say 17,000. Forget about this, okay? Forget about this for now, okay? Let's say 70,000 marked application came from A, from B, let's say 16,000, and from C, let's say 15,000. So now, if you see, what will be the net liability? What will be the net liability? See, how much? Responsibility 20,000, gross liability, right? This is the gross liability. This is what they promised, 20,000. And the marked applications were 17,000. So 20 minus 17, how much? 3,000. And the firm underwriting will also be subtracted, okay? So how much? 18,000 has to be subtracted from 20, so it will be 2,000. And the net liability of B, see how much marked application came from B? 16,000 and 2,000 firm underwriting. So again 18,000 minus 20,000, that is equal to, so 2,000, right? 20 minus 18, and here see 15,000 and 20. Let's make this 4,000. Okay, so 15,000 and 4,000, so it is 19,000. So it will be 19,000 minus 20,000, that is equal to 1,000. So this is the net liability of the underwriters. Simple, right? 2021. So it's very simple. There's nothing here. Just firm underwriting means definite commitment given by the underwriters to the company that they are going to take up the shares irrespective of public subscription. Now we will see the treatment of firm underwriting. Let's see the treatment of firm underwriting. Now, before going to the so-called treatment of firm underwriting, let me just clarify you that in this chapter, underwriting chapter, there are only two treatments. The treatment of marked applications and the treatment of unmarked applications. How do we treat marked applications? See, always marked applications are deducted, they are subtracted from each underwriter separately, right? This much marked application has come from A, okay, subtract that from A's gross liability, and this much applications have come from B, marked application, okay, then subtract them from B's gross liability. That's what you do in marked application, right? That's a simple treatment of marked application. You just subtract them from each underwriter, all right? But the treatment of unmarked applications, how do you treat unmarked applications? Unmarked applications are subtracted from all the underwriters in their gross liability ratio, isn't it? In their gross liability ratio, we subtract the unmarked applications. So basically what this means is that the benefit of marked applications are given to each underwriter, isn't it? See how much marked application in this example where came from A. From A there were 17,000 marked applications. So the benefit of this 17,000, we gave it to only A. We didn't give that benefit to B. We didn't give that benefit to C. No. How much marked applications were there from themselves that were subtracted from B and C, right? From B we got marked application 16,000. So we subtracted 16,000 from B's gross liability, and from C we got 15,000 marked applications in this example, okay, just example. So we subtracted 15,000 from 20,000. But unmarked applications, in unmarked application the benefit is not given to each underwriter. It is not given to each underwriters. It is given to all the underwriters in the gross liability ratio. So here we are talking about each underwriter. So here benefit is not given, here benefit is given to each underwriter, okay? Keep that in mind that there are only two treatments in this chapter. Treatment of marked applications, either you deduct them from each underwriter separately or you deduct them like unmarked application, you deduct them in the gross liability ratio, okay? Simple. All right, now let's see how to treat, this is not a separate treatment, okay? The same treatment, how to treat the firm underwriting. See, to treat firm underwriting, what you need to do, you need to see the question. If the question says treat it as marked application, then you need to just subtract it, okay, from each underwriters. And if the question says treat it as unmarked applications, then you have to subtract it in the gross liability ratio, okay? Simple, right? You have to just subtract them in the gross liability ratio. And sometimes the question doesn't say bluntly like this, okay, treat it as a marked application, treat it as unmarked applications. Then they will give you another statement. They will give you benefit is given to each underwriter. That means you have to subtract it from each underwriter. You just have to treat it as marked applications. Simple, right? You just have to subtract them. It's very easy. But here, if they say benefit is not given to each underwriter, that means benefit is given to all the underwriters in gross liability ratio. That means treat it as unmarked application. You just have to subtract them in the gross liability ratio. Simple, right? So this is how you treat the firm underwriting. There is no separate treatment. You just have to fit the firm underwriting either in marked applications or in the unmarked applications. That's it. It's very, very simple. Now we will solve the problem and we'll understand more in detail, okay? We'll see how to do it practically, how to treat the firm underwriting. But keep it in mind, okay? Either you have to treat it as unmarked application or marked application, okay? Simple, right? Okay.